I became a prison wife right after graduating high school. I'm a teen mom with a husband in prison. Dear Lindsay, happy Valentine's Day, baby. You gave me the greatest blessing by having my son, and I thank you for that. And
so how do you know that Clifton's going to stay out of prison once he gets out?
he's shown me his growth.
So you believe that?
When I had my first kid, I was 15. And when me and Calliston had our son, I was 16 and he was 19. They'll say you ruined your life, you ruined your body, kids shouldn't be having kids, which is not true because we're obviously not kids if we can have kids. In the older generation, they act like they raised us so good, but really they didn't. Like, we shouldn't be having kids. Like, y'all shouldn't have been having kids. That's my opinion about it. I go to work.
She thinks she grown, man, which I guess technically she 18 now, so she is. But you could tell from her attitude that her parents were probably trying to give her advice and steer her in the right direction. And she probably came with this same attitude, the same energy. You can't tell me nothing. I could tell by the fingernails she got an attitude, dude. And by the lashes, she probably listened to Sexy Red, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Ice Spice. What other bullshit she listened to? All of that. You know what I'm talking about.
I make my money and I provide them with everything they need to live. I strive for them to have a better childhood than I had. I'm 18 and Calliston is 21. When he was home, everything was, great, but without him, it's more. When he was home.
This motherfucker just looked like a felon, bro. That haircut right there is a crime. What is that, buddy? What the fuck? That ain't even a chili bowl cut. That's like, the shit is skew. Yeah, lock him up, bro. Put him in jail, man. That's treacherous right there. And then no facial hair with it, bro. Like, the least you could do is draw some attention away from it and grow some. I don't know, man. Keep him in prison though. Keep him locked up.
Everything was, great, but without him, it's more difficult. When they sentenced him, I cried because I knew that we were only in the beginning and had a long way to go. They sentenced him to 3 years a year and a half ago. I keep him up to date with our kids' lives by sending him text messages, and when he calls me, I'll talk about them, what they're doing, just to let him know that they're okay. I never imagined myself being with someone who was in prison, but I did have a feeling like it could have happened because I've always been attracted to the mean ones. So how I met.
Where is your father at? Where is your dad, man? This is the problem, dude. She's basically a symptom of a larger issue here in the United States. A lot of women share her sentiment. They're attracted to bad boys. They're attracted to losers. Obviously she's young, but you got 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds. I made a video, one of my earliest videos. This woman's in her late 30s, dude. And she's with a dude in prison. But my thing is, stop chasing the bad boys. It's just going to fuck your life up. It's going to ruin your life. And not to mention, it'll ruin your life, but it'll ruin the kid's life. Obviously, it's his kid too, so it's kind of like you're stuck with both of them now. But dumb. Got to make better decisions, man. Got to. I pray that when I have children, if I have a daughter, that she listens to my guidance, that she listens to me so she don't end up in a situation like this, man.
At Calliston was, I was dating a guy he was friends with at the time. And my ex-boyfriend, I had caught him cheating on me. And then basically to get back at him, I got with his best friend. And we didn't start dating until I turned 16. Calliston is really calm.
Hold up, bro. I know I'm pausing a lot. But look how she thinks this is cute. Cheating on her boyfriend or getting back at him or whatever. Look how she thinks this is cute.
I got with his best friend.
Don't even realize, bro. 12 years from now, when she's 30, she's gonna be looking back. If she's a human being that cares about growth and becoming better, she's gonna look back at this and be like, I was a dumbass. I was an idiot.
We didn't start dating until I turned 16. Calliston is really calm and very laid back, but when he's around me, he's goofy. He's not really, like, he's not a bad guy. He has been away for a year and a half. He's got 2 months until he sees the parole board, and he should be coming home. He says that when he comes home, we're going to get married. I've written him a letter every day since he's been gone. I always put on here that I can't wait for you to come home, and I know you're not going to be there very long, you got this. Some people will say I would have just left him, or you should just leave him, it's not worth it, why would you wait on someone? He's mainly worried about me finding someone else while he's in prison, and I tell him every day that's not going to happen. It didn't, never did. So he always, at the end of when he's writing me a letter, he'll always say love you to the moon and back. And this bear, it was my first, when we first got together, the first Valentine's Day that we spent with each other, he got me this bear. It says love you to the moon and back. This one is one from the prison. Dear Lindsay, happy Valentine's Day, baby. I want you to know you mean the world to me. I love you with every bone in my body. My world begins and ends with you. You gave me the greatest blessing by having my son, and I thank you for that. It's my fault you're going through the pain of this. I'm really sorry about all this, baby. And I had to skip some, but I love you, Lindsay, more than anything. I want you to know.
Yeah, what you skip? What you skip? He probably, you know what? I ain't had no coochie in a minute. Let me go ahead and just write this what I want to do to you when I get out of this thing. I can't wait to tear it up. That's what she skipped. We know what you skipped. You ain't gotta. We know.
You're more than enough for me, and that you are all I will ever need from this life to the next. Good night. I love you, and I miss you so much. I love you to the moon and back, baby girl. P.S. I can't wait to get home and.
Yeah, look what I tell you. Look at what I tell you, bro. Look, I bet you a lot of y'all that's watching this right now was about to type in the comments, you're perverted, you're disgusting. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know it. He been sitting there thinking, man, dang it. If I could just have a visitation one day and just unsupervised, I'll go crazy. I told you. I know what I'm talking about. So y'all don't even come in the comments typing that stupid shit. You're a pervert. You're nasty. Because look at her face. I know what I'm talking about.
That one. I posted this video to share our last moment together before he left. It just went big overnight. And then I started getting people hating, and I'm like, what is the reason for this? Someone said your boyfriend has been playing you. Stay faithful. I have been faithful. I have stayed faithful. Even though we may have had our ups and downs, we've always been loyal to each other, and we can always count on each other. Most of the judgment comes from social media. You're too pretty to be in a relationship like that. He can't be a good dad from prison. I basically just tell him to off.
This is Pod 5.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about Pod 5, man. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope things work out for her. I hope that when he gets out of prison, because he only got 3 years, that's a long time. He's gonna miss the first 3 years of his kid's life. But I hope that he actually changes his life around and he stops being a dumbass. Because he is young. Everybody makes mistakes. So maybe he did something. Maybe he was hanging out with the wrong people and he got caught up in, an altercation and it led to him going to prison. But hopefully he learns from this. And hopefully their family can stick together. Hopefully they do get married and they change their lives for the better. But you never know. So that's going to be it for this video. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to the channel. And I kind of forgot for the past couple videos to mention this. I will always leave the video linked in the description. So if you ever want to go watch the entire thing or just want to go to the original content creator, I will always link that in the description. So you can check that out below. But yeah, man, that's it for this one. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.